I just need 27 hours in a day. Imagine what you can do with 3 additional hours.
Hi, Maribel. Hello, hello.
Hello, Michael.
So how you doing?
Good.
To see you guys.
Yes, hello. My name is Freddy Lindo. I'm 62 years old. I'm a father of 2 daughters and a dog, Finn. I'm a husband to my wife, Lerma. I've been in financial services for a couple of decades now. I'm the CEO and president of Padjack Racing Team Inc., also known, or better known as PRT.
My name is Michael Schanafelt, and I am a father. I am a husband. I am a workaholic. I am a cyclist. My professional career, I am the vice president of operations at Larson's Restaurant Group. Work till late, typically. It ends probably about 11:30, sometimes later, and then do it all over the next day. My choice in life was going down 2 paths, and I was making bad decisions. The people I was surrounding myself with were a negative influence, a lot of alcohol, a lot of drugs, a lot of partying. 2 things were in the future for me. Either it was going to jail or dying. So cycling actually came because I crashed my motorcycle. And how did that happen? So a dear friend of mine, a business associate, boss, mentor, Fleming Larson, he was by my side pretty much through everything. Fleming convinced me to go to the local bike shop and buy myself a bike. And about 12 miles into my very first ride, I was absolutely hooked.
With PRT, the fact that we've grown our membership quite a bit, as we grow the membership, I have a responsibility to many more riders and their goals and dreams in the sport.
At first, it was difficult for me because he spends time at work and then he spends time for PRT.
How about me? Say in our younger days, early on in our marriage and while we were growing our family, it was very challenging. There were definitely days that I would say I resented his hobby. At the time, I looked at it more of a hobby and felt that it was too time consuming for us with having 2 young kids, working full time. Of course, he's in a management position, so the hours in that are very consuming. And then to take on cycling, which in itself is a huge commitment. I think the biggest challenges for me personally were the prioritization, feeling like we were important.
My thoughts about my dad riding his bike a lot is that it's good for his heart. I feel like it's good that he rides his bike a lot, or it's good for his body, but it also kind of takes away from the time he spends with his family in the morning.
When I was in my early 30s, we started our family. We got married when I was 31 and a half. And later that year, we had our first daughter. And not too long after that, we bought our first home. We started a business a couple years after that. And when we started the business, I did a lot of traveling. And with that travel was a lot of eating on the road and also cycling. So the exercise stopped, bad eating habits started, And just over several years, I gained over 100 pounds. During all this time, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And so that has been a challenge. In 2013, I changed my eating habits and I started dropping weight fairly fast, and I started writing more. Top weight of probably 240 pounds. Right now, I'm at about 137 pounds. You can reverse type 2, but not type 1. It's here for life, but it's a matter of living a healthy lifestyle. And of course, staying with my medication. And I'm going to keep competing as long as I can.
Two things were in the future for me. Either it was going to jail or dying, essentially. And I know that's grim and scary and dark, but that's the reality of the situation. And for me, realizing that, I've basically got one opportunity to make this right, I had to abstain from anything that was a negative influence. First and foremost, it was alcohol. Then it was the influence of bad friends. And then it was to surround myself with professionals that would hold me accountable and teach me how to be a better version of myself.
I get to enjoy things that we do for PRT, and the mere fact that your members or your co-members, how appreciative they are with all the works that Freddy has done for them. And that makes me feel good, keeps me at peace.
And so now that I'm in a position where I can help develop others, that motivates me because I love the sport and I know that it's good for them. And if I can help them achieve, some of their goals, that gives me the drive.
Basically quiets the noise. And what I mean by that is that noise in my head that creates, just being short-tempered, not having patience, not being willing to listen. Riding my bike offers my mind and my body an opportunity to calm itself, so that when I am home and with the family and around my wife and the kids, I'm a lot more aware, I'm a lot more sharp, and I'm a lot more patient.
Cycling helped our relationship really because it helped me to really be patient, which then of course trickles down with the family. I really learned how to prioritize and really honed in on my commitment, right? I committed to this man, I committed to everything that he loves. And if I had that same feeling that I would want for my kids and their sports, I'd have to openly do that for his love and his enjoyments as well.
It's fun watching him get his name called out in front of thousands of people that come there. And out of 50 or 60 people, he is first, second, and third. It makes me feel like I can do the same thing and succeed like he did in life, make it to the big leagues and go pro.
You look at life and if there always seems to be challenges from early on in life, and it seems like they continue. It's on how you deal with those challenges, I think, that make the difference in your life.